I'm the iconic Dominique Miyake Mugler, and this is Legendary Season 2 Recap. You're in store to hear all the good tea, a little bit of shade, and a whole lot of kikiing. All right. Hi, Alana!
Hey.
What's going on, darling?
Nothing much. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I know everybody's like, I didn't see him on the show. I didn't see Christian on the show. So Alana, tell us a little bit about yourself. Just a quick shindig of who Alana, aka Christian, is.
I've been in ballroom for almost, I want to say like probably 14 years now. I'm legendary for Bush Queen and Drag's performance. From Chicago, in the House of Chanel.
Alrighty. So talking about Legendary, right? We see that you're on Legendary. How did that process happen? How did you get selected? Like, did you submit something or did they call you? How did that all work out?
Well, actually, I submitted for first season. And so I don't know what happened with first season, but we didn't make it first season. I think they were trying to get me and Angel together because we're blood brothers. So they were trying to get us together, and something happened on Angel's end where they put us on the back burner for second season, which was fine. So that's kind of how it was. Like, I mean, of course we reapplied, but they kind of just picked up from where we left off from interviewing for first season.
Oh, so yeah, we're gonna get back to that real quick. I just want to know, how is it having a brother that's not only gay but also is pretty much up and coming iconic for the same category you walk for, a performance category? That has to be like amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. Seeing that he's the one who I actually kind of learned what ballroom was through him, so it's extremely amazing.
All right, cool. All right, switching back over to Legendary. So walk me through your first day. Your first day you're on set, you arrive. What's going through your mind?
I don't know. I think I was nervous because it's not like a regular ball that you walk. Like, of course, you get nervous at regular balls, but it's different. Like, it's a lot of hot ass lights. Like, it's it's a lot of moving parts. So it's extremely like a mind thing that you like experience. Like, it was dope, but it was a lot going on.
Seeing your fellow competitors, was it anybody that you seen you were like, oh my God, they're here? Like, it put a little like, whoo, we're gonna have to bring it. Or was it anybody that you was like, child, how the fuck they get here?
No, it wasn't. I mean, like, of course, I was excited to see who all was there, but somehow, like, when we were in quarantine, like, a list of people got leaked. So once everybody saw the list, like, I was like, okay, so now I know we gotta do this, and this. So, I mean, it wasn't really like, it wasn't like a I'm scared type thing. It was just more so like, okay, I see who's here, like that kind of thing.
All right, cool. Now, just moving along, we're gonna be on this little train. Now that you're there, you guys are practicing. How did that work? Like, how was the practicing? How was production and things like that? Like, who came up with you guys' concept as far as your look, as far as your like theme and things like that?
Okay, so as far as the look, I don't know if I'll clarify it. So they gave us a certain amount of time to come up with a look. Because we all live in different cities and states, the look was kind of hard to put together because we didn't know who was actually going on the show until probably like a day and a half before. So it was kind of hard to get together looks and buy things like and costumes and all that. We don't have people in the house that actually sew and make things, so we have to go reach out to we have to outsource. But the look, we kind of came up with it together. We didn't want to do the traditional Chanel black and white classic. We wanted kind of like a grungy, kind of dirty looking, like badass kind of look. So that's why we chose the leather jackets and like the leather like pants and stuff like that.
So I know that as far as your look, I know that one of the critiques that the judges gave was, child, we seen this last year, and I think they was referring to the House of West. Did you guys think about like, oh shit, the West did this, or you guys weren't even thinking about that, nothing like that?
No, we really didn't even think about that because the West look, were kind of, it was kind of not. I'm not calling them, it's no shade, but it wasn't like our look was more like a grungy biker kind of look. Their look was just plaid, like it was more like it was like a dark circusy kind of, you get what I'm saying? Like it was a dark kind of, kind of thing. Like
yeah. I agree. I think it was. I think they were both. I like both of them. They both was different, even though it was plaid. They both were different, unique. I think like you guys did more of the biker look, and the House of West gave you more like Circus Soleil, gave you like this couture, like avant-garde type of look. So me knowing fashion, I can tell the difference between the two. But you know, everybody's not like me. But anyway, talking about that. So that's how did you feel performing like? Being there, like, how did you feel when you were on that floor and you were performing?
It was so much shit that led up to the performance. Like 5 minutes before, it was like drama. So like,
oh, well, you know, we gotta stop right there. The bus, what drama? We need to know. You should tell us what drama.
It was. I mean, I'll just say it like this: it's 5 adults, 5 strong personalities, some bigger than most. So it was just like total, like I won't say chaos, but like 5 minutes before it was like a lot already. So
well, you know, if you ever see me walk, I'm a very detailed person. I like details, and I don't never recall some being a Chanel. So I need a name. Like who give me a name. Like who in your house you like, child? They kind of felt it a little bit. I mean, give us the tea. We want to know the tea. We want to know.
Well, like I said, you got 3 legends. You got myself, you got Cookie, and you got Angel. And a lot of the other houses are used, like I'll just use Mugler. Like Mugler is probably used to doing performances at the house. They're probably used to doing as a house categories where we are not. We're used to being individuals. So it's like we all had to kind of scale back on what we used to doing because we all fuck it up individually. But like we have to scale back because we all don't move the same way, we all don't vote the same way. So within 7 days to practice, like we gotta kind of bring this together. And like, you know, that can kind of be a little. I said now I see why girl groups go through what they go through.
Or how it can only be one film queen. They say. Remember back in the day, there would only be one film queen in the house. And y'all had a couple of film queens on your team. No Sade. All right. So talk about performance. We see that you guys did performance, and you guys didn't get the best critiques. What do you feel? How do you feel? What are your feelings about how the judges critiqued you guys?
Like I said, I think the performance could have been a little stronger because we are legends. Like I said, when you have to scale back what you can do before to make everybody else comfortable so we can all do it together, that kind of plays a part. So, but I don't think that we deserve the low scores that we got. I definitely do think that other things played factors in the way that we were scored. Because let's just be honest, no shade to the Balenciagas, Shannon fell, and they got like 10 and stuff like that. I mean, kudos to them. Who else? Like the Luxes, their look was like shorts, like leather shorts, and bow ties and white button-ups. Who else was it? The Prodigies, they had on like these boxer outfits. They were sparkly, they were nice, but I mean, I don't think, even when it came to the Muglers, like they got critiqued kind of harsh, but they edited it. Editing is powerful. Like,
yeah.
So
yeah. But what did make the cut was something, you know, I know you guys got it harsh from certain particular judges. Yeah, like dropping the name, you know, Law gave it to you guys kind of dirty. Like, how do you feel about that? How did it make you feel?
Like I said, I'm from Ballroom, so like we could take the oh, this is why I chopped you kind of attitude, but it's like when you just get to, when you're doing this, you have to, that's why I say it's different from Ballroom, because when in Ballroom you can walk away. It's like, oh, you can like bitch, whatever. But there, like, you have to stand there, and it was like literally a whole 2 minutes of this. Like, he was just going full speed, and it was like to the point where Naomi and Megan looked down like, okay, like, bitch, like, enough. Like, what are you doing?
When you say he, when you say he, you're talking about Law, correct?
So, okay. And like, Jamila kind of laid back, but Naomi and Megan was looking like, okay, so what is your, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is your, sum it up? Like, yeah. So.
Yeah. I know we spoke to other house members, and they were just saying like his behavior, his other behaviors, like not only when he was judging you guys, but like the behavior that he was giving like before you guys went on. You want to get into a little bit more detail about that?
Yeah. So like me and Mari were in the back. So we were closer to where Law is actually sitting, and we could hear everything he was saying. Now, the lighting didn't go as how we were told the lighting was gonna go. So as we're sitting like squatting down, we see him look like, he says like, I saw these looks last year. Like I said, a lot of stuff was edited out. He was like, I saw these looks last year. He was like, I don't want to see this. And he turned around and his chair like this the whole time before we even started performing. So that's when you see him on the show.
Wow.
He's like, he was like, I guess I can wake up now, or something like that he said. So he was turned around the entire time.
Wow. Did you guys like?
You know how you have a judge like Naomi judges first, and she knows what voguing is. She can kind of persuade the other judges. But if you have the villain going first, it's gonna kind of trickle down. So that's how it kind of plays out.
Yeah. So you saying that? I'm gonna just ask you a question. You saying that like Naomi's from the scene, so when Naomi gives like her feedback, sometimes it's like it can be validated because she knows what performance is. Do you feel like certain judges, Law in particular, since you guys, he's on the topic right now, do you feel like he has the credentials, or should he be even a judge on the show?
I think he has the star power to be on the show. I think he has the attitude of a judge that'll be the real ball. But as far as his experience for ballroom, I don't think it's there. Like, if they were going to do like a celebrity judge, I would say somebody like Teyana Taylor. Like, because she knows what ballroom is, she knows what voguing is. So,
Yeah, I think the reason that broke him in because, he is one of the most powerful stylists right now. And I think that at first, especially how they did it last season, it was more so like him judging the fashion. So I think that's probably his critique about your fashions anyway, because he was like more supposed to be the fashion judge. But moving off of Law, let's talk about other stuff. So the battle, how was Angel? Like, who chose Angel?
Well, actually, Drama chose Angel. It was really, I think we sent a Cookie out first, and then Drama changed it to Angel. Now, with the battle, what you guys don't see and what people probably will go back and look at, before we go into a battle, because of COVID, it was all these restrictions on set. So you're supposed to remain 6 feet apart. Now, if you go back and look at the clip at the episode, Angel's lights, the strip of lights on her side are yellow. And then in between that strip, there's a clear strip. And then on the other side, it's blue. So when people are trying to figure out why is Angel voguing in that one spot, is because she was told she had to vogue in that one spot. So he was supposed to not cross into the clear section of lights. So if you go back and look at it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Also with the battle, from the back, people told us that the camera wasn't on Angel the whole time. Even when you watch the episode, the camera is barely on Angel. Even when we performed, like, they edited it to look like whatever, but yeah, the camera wasn't on Angel at the whole time at all. It was more so on Becky, which is, she ain't filming herself, so we can't shade her, but the camera was definitely more on Becky. And even with the battle, Becky was kind of offbeat a little bit. Angel was on every beat. So the music that you hear, because people was asking like, is that what y'all was voguing to? I said, yes, that's what they were voguing to. That's why it looks like, that's why Angel is on the beat and she's not on beat. Like,
that's good to know, because I always was thinking sometimes when stuff was all beat. I know last year they didn't do it on the music, so sometimes I was giving people the pass because I was like, well, they probably was voguing to a different beat. But to know they were voguing to that beat kind of changed my perspective on certain people. But also, I think when, like I said this before in another interview, when it comes to those shows, just like performances, I always think dramatic girls work out best when it comes to like productions and on TV. Angel is soft and pussy, and that can get lost in translation for people that really don't understand the technical stuff of voguing. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Sometimes I think people don't really know what voguing is, and they go up for more of the slams and dips and all of that. But it is what it is.
Not to get too off, I explained it to them. They took all of that out though, because when they shot, asked them to give me the microphone, I said, I think what you guys are used to seeing is, I think you guys are used to seeing, not to say that people who vogue dramatic are mockeries, but I think what the world is used to seeing is they're used to seeing a kiki person vogue. Like when you see these movies, and you see these gay guys and there were purses and beards and long hair, and they just dipping and everybody just like shawam and all that stuff like that. That's what they want to see. Like, they don't really know the true art form of voguing, and they don't know the different styles of voguing.
So you mentioned Shannon Falls, right? And I usually don't do this, but a source told me that her behavior was a little snooty. The House of Aqua was a little snooty. How do you feel about that? Did you experience that on the show?
No, I didn't. I didn't get that from them. Like, because we weren't even supposed to talk. To be honest, just to give you a little back, like when we saw each other in the hallway, we couldn't speak. So me and Jupiter are from the Midwest, and like that's kind of like a BFF. So me and him, like, we embraced, like hugging each other, shit like that. And then Shannon was like, okay, they said no fraternizing. But after a while, I guess after everybody kind of like let go of like the chips on their shoulders, like everybody was like speaking and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I didn't experience like her being, you know, I was a con with her for almost like what, 5 years. So
a relationship. Well, was it anybody that you felt like had a little chip on her shoulder a little too long?
To be honest, I mean, like, no, I'm gonna just be honest. Everybody was their regular self. Like, it's like if we fuck with you, if we don't, we don't. So it's like I didn't speak to certain people didn't speak to me. So I mean, I don't call it a chip. I just call it we just don't we don't talk.
So what's one thing, good, bad, whatever, indifference, that you want everyone to know that's watching that maybe they didn't get to see during your time on the show?
I definitely think that they could have filmed more of the behind the scenes stuff, more of the rehearsals. I definitely feel that people need to know that there's a difference between actual ballroom and there's a difference between TV ballroom. TV ballroom is, like I say, it's more scripted, it's more routine, it's more like whitewashed. Ballroom is raw, it's in your face, it's natural, it's a little more exciting. So you can't just, balls last almost 12 damn hours. So you can't pack a ball into like an hour or 30 minutes or something like that. So,
is that the price you believe we pay for, or you pay for going mainstream? Ballroom going mainstream, is that the price we pay for?
Yes, I do believe it. I just believe like I say, it's two different things. But if you want that type of fame, you want that type of recognition, then go for it. If you don't, then don't do it. Like if you're, yeah.
Listen, well, it's been great interviewing you, my dear. I'm gonna see you this weekend in Chicago. It's been great. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we just interviewed members of the iconic International House of Chanel. We gotta wrap it up. But like always, thank you for watching. Click, like, and share. Thank you for the outpour of love and support. Goodbye, bitches.